Basketball fans, hello and welcome. I'm Caleb Champion. Here we are today with another episode of the NBA on Beats by K. And today we're going to be talking about my 2016 NBA mock draft. So, pretty much how I did this is I have all the current standings in the NBA and just saying that the worst team gets the first pick, the second worst, the second pick, and so on. Pretty much, I have what the draft would look like today if the teams with their odds to get the certain pick would get that pick. So I did a little bit of analysis as well for each player, and I also try to compare them to guys that play in the current NBA. So first of all, with the number one overall pick, I do think the Philadelphia 76ers will take Ben Simmons, power forward out of LSU. He is a very good player and was a very good player in college, but he could be even better. He's very athletic, and at 6'10", he can play all five positions on the court. You definitely have to work on his shooting and show that he can lead his team to win a good amount of games, which he wasn't able to do in college when LSU didn't even make the NCAA tournament. The upside is so good with Ben Simmons, though, you'd be foolish not to take him at number one. Looking back on this class in 10 years, Ben will be the face of the NBA, and I do believe he will be an all-star. Teams that need him the most, definitely the Philadelphia 76ers, but I do think the best fit for him would actually be the Lakers, where he would be able to reunite with high school teammate D'Angelo Russell and would be a good playmaker to get others involved. That team would definitely be scary in 5 years. I would definitely compare Ben Simmons to a guy like Draymond Green or Giannis Antetokounmpo because he is a point guard in a power forward's body, and both of those guys really good playmakers. I do definitely think the Sixers should try to use Ben Simmons as an actual point guard if they drafted him. Antetokounmpo is pretty much a point guard at 6'11". Ben can guard all five positions on the floor. I think that'd be a good option for Simmons and for the Sixers, who are in desperate need of a point guard. Moving on to number two, Brandon Ingram out of Duke. Ingram's an amazing shooter, especially from three-point range. Unlike Ben Simmons, he was able to lead his team a couple rounds into the NCAA tournament. My worry about him is he's only 190 pounds, and I think that he may be banged up a little bit in the NBA. I think he has potential to be an all-star in this league. However, I do think he'll be more of a go-to scorer type, kind of like Joe Johnson. The third pick, Dragan Bender, power forward. He played in Croatia, and Dragan Bender is very similar to Kristaps Porzingis, who has been playing pretty well this year. Dragan is a good stretch four. He can stretch the floor out with his shooting, and he's also a pretty good playmaker as well. Fourth pick, Jamal Murray, shooting guard from Kentucky. With his size and ability, he really reminds me of young D Wade. He can take advantage of his size at the guard position as he's a great scorer and shot creator off the dribble. I definitely think Jamal could be an all-star at some point in his career. Definitely reminds me a lot of D Wade, but he's going to have to improve a little bit and just adjust the NBA game, and I think he'll be pretty good. With the fifth pick, we got Buddy Hield, the shooting guard from Oklahoma. And Buddy is, my opinion, the second best player in this draft when we look back at it in 5 to 10 years. Just like Steph Curry was overlooked by some teams, Hield will be as well. He's the best shooter in this class and score in several ways as well. He'll need to improve on defense, really, to live up to his full potential. And then Chris Dunn, the shooting guard from Providence, number 6 overall. Pelicans definitely will need a new guard, and Chris Dunn will be that solid guard that could come in for New Orleans. At 7, Jaylen Brown, small forward from California, going to Denver, a raw talent who has loads of athleticism and potential. Don't really expect him to be a difference maker right away. And former Cal teammate Ivan Rabb are definitely projects. The 8th pick, we got Domantas Zubanis, the power forward from Gonzaga. He's a pretty good stretch four with some potential, but not really sure if his game is going to translate really well to the NBA. At 9, we got Jakob Poeltl, and he is a center from Utah. He's the best center in this draft, and Toronto definitely needs help at the center position, so they're going to go out and get him. And at 10, Ivan Rabb, we already talked about it before. I feel like he's going to be a bust, but he's definitely a project for sure. So looking back at the summary for my NBA mock draft, Ben Simmons number 1 to the Sixers, Brandon Ingram number 2 to the Lakers, Dragan Bender number 3 to the Phoenix Suns, Jamal Murray, number 4, to the Boston Celtics. Buddy Hield, number 5, to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Chris Dunn, number 6, to the New Orleans Pelicans. Jaylen Brown, number 7, to the Denver Nuggets. And the power forward from Gonzaga going at number 8 to the Kings. The center from Utah going number 9 to the Raptors. And the power forward Ivan Rabb from California going number 10 overall to the Milwaukee Bucks. So, next question is, if I think, looking back on this draft class in 5 to 10 years, who I think are going to be the top 5 names. Definitely Ben Simmons at number 1 in my opinion. I said Buddy Hield will be the second best in the draft if we look back. Buddy Hield number 2. Brandon Ingram probably number 3. Jamal Murray number 4. And to round out the top 5, I'll have to go probably with Dragon Bender. Thank you very much, everybody. That is my episode of the NBA mock draft. Comment what you guys think about my mock draft. Thank you.